Stop. Before you book that Alaskan cruise, you're going to want to watch this video because we just got back from a 7-day Alaskan cruise on Celebrity and we're going to tell you what it's really like. And so on this Alaskan cruise, we went on a northbound route one way from Vancouver to Seward, and here's exactly what happened. Port by port, the good, the bad, and what was actually worth the money. So we started in Vancouver, but our first port was actually Ketchikan, and this was one of our favorite ports. And so here we booked a fishing excursion where we suited up in rain gear, even for our 2.5-year-old. And so that made that whole Alaskan trip feel like it because it was raining sideways and absolutely freezing, but a ton of fun. Here we caught rockfish. We went to a camp on a little island where they cooked our catch over an open fire. They had coffee, hot chocolate, and warm apple pie. Again, it was rainy, it was cold, but it was pure Alaskan. Absolutely recommend. Sitka was our second port, and that was a different story. We tried the Raptor Center and Bear Fortress, and honestly, they felt like zoos. We did see otter, seals, and whales on a wildlife boat trip there, but again, Sitka overall didn't wow us. It wasn't the stop that did it for us. And so again, if we did it over again, we'd probably spend more time in the town or doing some private excursions that we'd research a little bit more next time. Next port was Juneau, our busiest and most expensive day. We splurged on the helicopter and dog sledding excursion. This helicopter took us to a glacier, and so the ride over to the glacier, absolutely stunning. Meeting the mushers and dogs was unbelievable and fun. And yes, there were puppies. Then we went sledding, and so sledding itself was a little slower than expected, just a loop, but again, it was a memorable bucket list moment. Later, we went whale watching and had tons of humpbacks, spouts, tails, all of it. Then we decided to do the famous tram. Definitely overpriced and not worth it. Don't do it. Then day 5, our next port was Icy Straight Point, which gave us the rarest experience of the trip. Bubble net feeding with humpbacks. And so we saw 9 humpback whales working together, surfacing in unison. We got to see it twice and it was absolutely jaw-dropping. So if you're going on an Alaskan cruise, whale watching is a must, and we did it several times on this trip. Day 6 was Hubbard Glacier, and just wow, the ship sails close, but I booked this small boat excursion for about $500. So pricey, yes, but seals, massive chunks of ice falling from the glacier, and holding 40-year-old glacier ice in my hands while drinking a glacier reader at 9 a.m. Worth every penny. However, if you don't want to spend the money to go on the small boat, the view from the ship itself is absolutely incredible. Finally, the last day we ended in Seward, Alaska. Instead of busing straight to Anchorage, we decided to stay an extra few days. Here we did an 8-hour Kenai Forest boat trip where we fished, saw puffins, whales, seals, sea lions, and another glacier. We also went dog sledding on wheels through the woods, so again, no snow, but the dogs were actual dogs who won the Iditarod in 2024. We then visited the Sea Life Center, which is their aquarium, and then ended with the Alaskan Railroad to Anchorage. Again, honestly, that train ride was probably one of the favorite parts